What terrifying force could drive an entire family to flee their own home overnight? In the winter of 1988, the Tallman family left everything behind: clothes, furniture, even their children's toys. They vanished from their red granite, Wisconsin house, speaking only 2 words: "It's evil." By the end of this video, you'll know exactly how a simple piece of furniture set off a chain of events that still haunts detectives and skeptics in 2026. Timestamp 0:30 set up the Tallman family and the house meet Alan and Debbie Tallman. Ordinary parents, blue-collar backgrounds. In 1986, they bought a modest ranch home at 1420 North Street, Red Granite.
Quiet neighborhood, small town, Wisconsin. Their dream: peace, safety, and space for their 3 young kids, ages 7, 9, and 10. It started simply. Debbie found a set of used wooden bunk beds at a local resale shop. Nothing unusual. But the day those beds arrived, the children's nightmares began. Everyone dismissed the first incident. The alarm clock radio blared static in the middle of the night. Just a glitch. But it happened again and again. Timestamp 2:00 rising action. The odd events over the winter months. The house changed. Doors slammed by themselves. The microwave flickered even when unplugged. The children complained about vivid nightmares. A red-eyed woman, fire in the walls. Alan insisted he saw shadows pacing in the hallway. Debbie heard a voice, low and guttural, say, "Get out." Neighbors started noticing too. A local pastor recalled they'd knock at midnight, terrified. They believed something was hunting them. The Tallman family wrote down every incident. Cold spots in the hallways. Mysterious banging after midnight. The youngest child described a dark figure standing over his bed, whispering his name. But what happened next changed everything. Timestamp 4:00 complications. Police skeptics chilling fire on February 14, 1988. The house caught fire. Cause: unexplained electrical faults, said the fire chief. No previous history of wiring issue. The bunk beds were untouched except for black scorch marks on the wood. Word spread fast. Police investigated but found nothing. No chemical accelerants, no forced entry, no evidence of human tampering. Skeptics dismissed the hauntings as stress. But a local reporter, Linda Reynolds, started digging. She interviewed everyone, family, neighbors, even the appliance repairman. Every single person insisted this was not normal. A Catholic priest was called in to bless the home. He lasted just 15 minutes before leaving, pale and shaking. He would later tell police, "Whatever's in that house wants the family gone." But then national news crews descended. As word spread, crowds gathered outside, hoping to witness something, anything. The family left, refusing to speak further. Timestamp 6:00 climax turning point. Priest headlines and unsolved questions. In March 1988, the case went national. NBC Unsolved Mystery, then the biggest true crime show around, aired the story, blurring the house's address for safety. To this day, no rational explanation has fully debunked the family's claim. Investigators brought in parapsychologists who detected magnetic field anomalies near the infamous bunk beds. Yet experiments in the decades since have found nothing out of the ordinary. By 1990, the Tallman house had a new owner. 0 reports of hauntings since. The original bunk beds, traced by local historians, were destroyed in 1989, burned at a scrapyard. But the biggest question went unanswered. Was it all the result of mass hysteria or something unknown? Timestamp 7:00 resolution, where the case stands in 2026 and 2026. The Tallman case is still cold. Red Granite police now use AI to scan police logs and cross-reference them with appliances sold in the region. Nothing unusual found. National Registry of Unexplained Phenomena, a database started in 2021, lists the case as unresolved. Possible psychological cause with unverified physical evidence. But ghost hunters and cold case enthusiasts revisit the property every year. Most leave disappointed, but a few swear quietly that they feel the same chill in the hallway. To this day, skeptics and believers still argue over the police files and news interviews posted online. Will we ever know what haunted the Tallmans? Or does the real answer lie buried in the wood grain of those infamous bunk beds? If you like digging into cases that leave more questions than answers, subscribe now. And if you think the Tallman haunting is strange, if you like this, watch our next documentary on the Enfield Poltergeist Explained. Every case has a story. AI tells it.